Hi guys. Oh my god. Wow, this is so exciting. Okay, so today is the 21st of April. I didn't take a trade today, but I did take one yesterday. So this is going to be like a little trade recap of my discretion, how I entered and exited the trade, why I took the trade, and yeah, hopefully this helps people if they're struggling with this, because I know like when I was first building kind of like my model of how I wanted to trade, it took me like 3 years to really understand how I traded and what model works best for me. So the model, I don't know if it has a specific name, but I like to use SMTs, fair value gaps, Doge candles for reversals, and order blocks most of the time. So yeah, this video will be a little bit about that, and hopefully if you're lost in trading, um, this will be a help. I'm not anyone like special. I'm a college student. I don't I don't have like a business degree or anything. I just enjoy trading. I enjoy the freedom that it can bring people. Um, it's awesome how it can change people's lives, and I'm trying to get there. So yeah, maybe you are too. Well, let's get into it. So I usually, right now I'm on Top Step. It's a prop firm. I have the 50K account balance, and um, this account hasn't really been used very much. I just opened it like a week ago for this one, so yeah. Um, let's see. So I usually trade MNQ and MES, but for this trade yesterday, I only took into account MNQ because I didn't really see any SMTs that were valuable to me. Usually I'll use like MES to find an SMT, and all that really means is that there's a difference between the asset prices, and it can be helpful in signaling a trend reversal. So a lot of the times MES um, is leading MNQ, MNQ is following MES. So a lot of the times like MES will signal like a displacement downwards with like wicks or bodies of a candle, but MNQ will still be reading up. And so that can be a signal to you as a trader that, hey, MNQ might reverse soon because MES did. And, I'll make another video about reading SMTs. I think they're very helpful. So for this trade, again, I did not use an SMT, but I used other things. So let's see. For this trade, I'm trading in Pacific time, so the market for me for New York session opens at 6:30 a.m. And when market opened on the 5 minute, it was kind of, just consolidating in this whole area. So I, waited for what I'd do, and unfortunately I did miss an entry on the 1 minute here, with a continuation of this bearish trend. But that's okay, market always has reversals, and the trade that I took yesterday was a reversal from this downtrend. So let's see what happened here. On the 5 minute time frame, we had a significant Doge candle, and Doge candles is one of the things I use to signify like a reversal. So I had this Doge candle from this downtrend, and also on the 5 minute, we created this order block. And order blocks, are usually between the first and third candle, somewhere on your trend, and it's kind of like a fair value gap. They make a little gap and makes kind of this block area. And usually, I like to use them for reversals. I know people who, use them for continuations to make sure that if the candles, don't pass below the order block, then their trend will bounce off this area and continue a trend. But you can also use them to confirm a reversal, and that's what I used this one here for yesterday. So let's talk about why I entered the trade and where I entered the trade. So this candle right here was the first bullish candle from this downtrend. And the reason I didn't enter on the 5 minute here, or the 1 minute, 2 minute, whatever, is because it only wicked this order block. It didn't have a full body closure. And it's really important to not trade when this happens because the market could very well continue a downtrend, So I did not enter right there. I really wanted to see another candle. Once this candle closed, I wanted to see another candle fully close above it. But it didn't mean I have to wait. It doesn't mean that I had to wait for a 5 minute bullish candle to close above it. So once the first bullish candle closed, I went ahead to the 1 minute time frame. See where I'm at. Alright, so we have our order block, reversal of the trend. Alright, so we see here, right? I mean, on the 1 minute, we did have a partial body closure above this order block, but for 1 minute, my guideline is I want to see two full closures above, or one strong bullish candle closure above this order block. And of course, right here, it didn't happen, right? It reversed, and it was kind of like a liquidity sweep of the buyers right here. Liquidity sweep. So it took out this liquidity, and then it, continued upward until we see this very strong bullish candle closure. Now this is on 1 minute. So this is about the area where I entered off of. You could even go on the 30-second time frame. And 30-second is more volatile, but sometimes when you're entering trades, it can be very helpful to look at the 30-second. Yeah, see, very strong bullish closure. And you can even see here we didn't enter because it made this reversal Doge candle. So that's another way to look at it. Another way to look at it is we confirmed this level of liquidity by making a strong Doge candle for the upside. But ultimately, I entered right here, about right here when it closed above this order block. Let's go, oh, it's not what I wanted. Let's go back to the 5 minute. Alright, so we found our entry. Now let's find where I would, potentially exit, where my draw and liquidity is, where I want this trade to go. So for this trade, I always like to go on a higher time frame to see where liquidity is, either on like 15-minute, even 1 hour is good. So on the 1 hour, we had a lot of liquidity here. I mean, like, the market would go up to this point, sell, go up to this point, have a sell off. It passed this point. Once it got below this point, it had a strong sell off, right? So this was definitely a draw on liquidity for me. And that's where I, would see a potential exit. Let's go back on the 5 minute. See where we're at. So on the 5 minute, it hit our liquidity point, And the reason I didn't sell here is because I didn't have a strong reversal signal. I mean, yes, we had this strong, you know, candle going downwards, but I really wanted to see a strong Doge candle and like possible order block to signal that it was going to continue downwards, and I didn't see it yet. So I actually held this trade through all this consolidation area. When I was in this consolidation area, I was wondering if I should have just took the trade here. But luckily, through holding, I had, order block, or not order block, a Doge candle signaling a reversal of this trend to go back upwards, confirming with this one, and I ultimately exited off of this Doge candle right here in the 5 minute because it made let's see, I believe it was on the 2 minute. Yeah, on the 2 minute. This is where that 5 minute Doge candle was, and we did have like a pretty strong body closure right here. And the candles are moving, and so candle moved back up to this Doge candle, and this is about the place where I sold and exited my trade. So yeah, that was, I don't know why it's all over here. It should be like here. But that is the trade that I ended up taking yesterday. You have to be really careful in your discretion when trading. It's so important that you understand your confidence, not just your model. 10% of the game in trading is understanding your model and how it works, understanding your setup to a T, understanding what you don't like to see in trading, what you're looking for when you're entering and exiting trades. But I would definitely say the other 90% of trading is your psychology, your mentality, your confidence, or you're second guessing yourself in trading. Either one of them can be beneficial and harmful. And it's just really crucial to find that middle ground of you're confident in your trade and you have your setup and you put them together and you can make a profitable trade. Even when you're losing a trade, developing good risk management is just as important to managing your losses as it is, managing and carrying out your wins in your trading. So hopefully this video kind of helped with that. Yeah, I don't know what my model is called. I just used like a couple main strategies, I guess, for trading, especially in futures because it's so volatile. Um, but yeah, hopefully this week I can make a video on separately with like SMTs, fair value gaps, order blocks, Doge candles. They're very helpful, and in the moment, to know your setup when the market is moving so fast is so beneficial to you executing your trade correctly. But yeah, that's it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed. I enjoyed filming it and making it and showing other people, other college students, that's possible. Um, I'm still pretty early in the trade, in trading with, this prop firm. I haven't had a payout yet, but I can definitely see that it's in the near future. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed, and see you guys tomorrow. Stay safe, stay in good health. Love you guys.